Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr. It's going to be another quick game today, so let's just get straight into the game. Okay, we have George Bush Jr. and Barack Obama. They're stood outside the memorial, the 9/11 memorial at One World Plaza, I think it's called, or where the new building is. Maybe this is the new one being built. We can find that location pretty easily. Obviously, it's in Manhattan. I could find Manhattan. Okay, it is down here. There's One World Trade Center. I believe this is the memorial. Let's have a look on the satellite. It's in shadow, but yes, that's it. It's like sunk down into the ground. So I think we'll be on one of these sides. Where would we be? See those buildings? Which way would have view of buildings? That doesn't look right. I think this behind them is the One Trade Center, so maybe here. Yeah, we'll go there. Okay, what year would this be? Obama's hair is not too grey yet, but it's kind of hard to tell as it's in shadow. If it's both of them, is this an anniversary of 9/11? The only anniversary that would make sense would be 2011, the 10-year anniversary. Yeah, so we'll go with that. I think that's probably the most logical answer because it has to be during Obama's presidency. So let's go for that. Yeah, 2011. So President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama, former President George Bush and First Lady Laura Bush at the National September 11th Memorial on the site of the original World Trade Center. So I assume it is the 10-year anniversary. Okay, perfect score. Nice. Ooh, we have a map here. What country does that look like? Is it Hungary? The capital is fairly north. We'll probably have to match it. We can't really see any written language because it's too blurry. But we should be able to match this to the outline of a country. Is it Hungary? Yes, it is Hungary. You can see this bit here matches this bit here. So I'd assume we're in Budapest just to start off with. Looking at the window here though, don't see too many buildings and that looks kind of countryside-ish. Is it marked anywhere on the map where we might actually be? Not really. I don't know what all these dots are in reference to. I think we'll probably have to still leave it in Budapest. It can't be too far away unless there's any clues, but as I said, I can't really read anything here. No, it doesn't say anything on there either. Definitely looks like there's some hills here. Let's have a look. Are we near... Maybe just outside. Let's just go a bit north of Budapest. Maybe it's a bit more countryside-ish up there. Right, what year would this be? Old phones. They are touch dial ones rather than the old rotary phones. Not sure when those were invented though. Old switchboard kind of thing. Smoking inside, although it's not too uncommon in certain parts of Europe, even to this day. Is that a digital watch? Looks like it might be. Like an old Casio watch. Hungary, you always got to be careful with these kind of things. I would say it might be into the 80s here. His hair looks a bit more 70s, but The Casio digital watches was invented, I thought, early 80s, but I'm not sure. Maybe late 70s. But again, it's Hungary, so I'd probably edge on the early 80s route rather than 70s, just because Hungary tend to lag behind a bit at this time. Let's go 83. Really no idea though. Oh, bang on 83. And we were in Budapest. I should have just stayed in Budapest. That was silly of me. Maybe this bit of grass here is what I'm seeing back there. So, a worker for the Budapest Road Administration answering phone calls in Budapest. So that was nice. The outfit looked a bit older, but the watch is what set me to the 80s there. Okay, next round. It's a very interesting bridge over quite a large river with a cow in the middle. It's just chilling in the bridge. Well, is this... Oh, I struggled. I don't know. It's not Nepal, is it? Or is it... We've got a few different scripts here. Yoga training. So I would think this more likely is Nepal then, as we've got the different amount of scripts. These look more, yeah, hard to say. What does it say up here? In fact, we got yoga. These gentlemen look more Indian heritage or Hindu heritage, so it's more likely to be Nepal than it is to be, like, as we had the other day, Bhutan. Harama yoga, a lot of yoga. Any place names? Doesn't look like a major city. Here's some kind of temple thing. What does this say down here? Om Ganga Guest House. Ganga Beach. Rooms available. I'm not, unfortunately, can't read the location. I guarantee there is an address on here, but can't read it. Could probably have to be Nepal then. Is there a place Ganga here? I think we're not in Kathmandu at least, because there's no major rivers that I think that this would fit unless it's this river, but I don't think this river's that large. Well, it's reasonable size, but look how dense it is all around the river, so I don't think it is there. It might be further down, possibly close to the Indian border, or somewhere like here maybe. How dense is this place? It's still very dense. Then we might be more into the Himalayas. Is there a river through Pokhara? I know there's a lake, but not really sure here. It's probably just going to be a random guess. Are the colours of the bridge anything? Not that I can work out, no. Let's just go here, not far from Kathmandu, on a river. Unless it is India, but I don't think it would be with that. Am I just getting this wrong? Is this... This looks more... Yeah, it looks more Nepali script, or the even Tibetan script. Unless I'm confusing it with some southern Indian one, but this... I suppose yoga would be possibly more Indian. I've never seen a cow wandering around in Nepal. Although it's quite common in India. Not sure. Where the Ganges? It's not the River Ganges, is it? But I don't know even where the Ganges runs, to be honest. Doesn't it go through Jaipur, maybe? No. Imagine anywhere in India would be too densely populated, so I think Nepal must be right, surely. Looks fairly modern. I think we'll just leave it there because I'm not sure here. This guy is wearing a mask, so we could be COVID times here. This guy also may be wearing a mask. So yeah, COVID times seems right. 2021. Are we sticking it in Nepal? Let's go for it. I'm not sure. It could be northern India. Was it Botanic? No, it was Nepal. I mean, it was India. It was North India. Yeah, that made sense. That script. Okay, so a cow resting on Laxman Jula Bridge over is the Ganges. I'm silly. One of the longest and most culturally significant rivers in India. See, I was wondering if Ganges was a reference to the Ganges there. That's silly. It's over this side. I didn't realize it ran so far north up here. That makes sense. I should have got a better score on location there. Silly. Only 1 year off though, so not too bad. Okay, Bergen's Commercials. I don't know what that says. Salg. Sounds Scandinavian. Peterson. Sounds a Scandinavian name as well. Do we have any flags? We have a Glover up there, but John Peterson. I'm not sure what that one says. Ola El Friesland. We look like we have boats here. Yeah, we do have boats. So we're in some kind of port city. There's a flag here, but I can't quite make it out. Almost looks like the Norwegian flag. Because we have a white, looks like white around a middle colour, which would be the cross of the Norwegian flag with white around it. So are we in Oslo here? Possibly. I think that's my best guess based on that flag, unless that flag is on a ship that I can't see here. It's just a Norwegian ship that's in the dock of Stockholm or something, but I think we'll go with that. Could be anywhere. There's a lot of port places in Norway, but I would go maybe here. This is probably an old port. I know it's probably bigger now than it used to be, but it makes sense. We have a bit of a square here where people are selling stuff. We're not in the water, so maybe we're like here or something. It would kind of work. Not 100% sure, but I think I'll leave it there. Now, can't see any vehicles though. That's going to make it difficult. A lot of flat caps. Pocket chain, like a pocket watch chain here. This hat here, this way lady's wearing seems a bit more 20s, 30s-ish. Maybe I was thinking earlier than that, but again, this kind of seems, yeah, these kind of hats, 20s, 30s. If it was earlier than that, the women would be wearing much bigger hats usually. Can't see any vehicles. So I'd say this is going to be tricky because it could be anywhere in the 20s to anywhere in the 30s. We'll go we'll hedge in the middle then. We'll go 1930. I think we're going to be a few years off here. Let's just hope it's Norway. It was Norway. Wrong side. 33 is not terrible here, I guess. So there's a more 30s, those hats. It's hard to distinguish the 20s and 30s ones. So, street market in Bergen, Norway. Did I see It says Bergen's right here. I didn't think that was a place name. I thought it was a person's name. That was stupid. Yeah, I should have thought about that. I've heard of Bergen before as well, but it's not a massive place. The city is home to Norway's most famous market, including Fisketorget fish market, which has operated since the 13th century. I've not been to Norway, but I have heard of Bergen, so I should have thought of that. That was silly. Okay, next one. Okay, we're in Vietnam, I would think. Just looking at the language, looking at the prevalence of scooters. The Trang here. Trang is a very Vietnamese word. Whether it's Saigon or Ho Chi Minh as it's known now, or Hanoi. Bikes are more prevalent in the south. Streets are quite wide here, though we have big trees, but the streets are wider. The streets in Hanoi, which I've been to, are very narrow and very compact streets, whereas I think it's more open in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh. So I would think we'd be there. These look like Vietnamese soldiers. Yeah, also Nguyen. It's a very Vietnamese name that this gentleman has. I assume this is pre-Vietnam War though, looking at the cars back here. It's interesting. But this motorbike, maybe more, is Vietnam War. I don't really match. I'm not good with motorbike ages, but those cars look. That's a 50s car here. So we could be early 60s, I suppose. Start of the Vietnam War, maybe. Yeah, so I'm going to go into Ho Chi Minh. Just go central. Just around this area here. And oh no, so this looks like a Honda CV bike or something like that. It's been around for a while. It is a Honda. It says Honda. It's a Honda 50. Don't know when they started the Honda 50. Did it start in 1950? I think 50 probably refers to 50 cc's rather than anything else. Definitely look like 50s cars back here, so could be just pre-war. I can't remember exactly the year that the Vietnam War started, but we could be like 58, 57, something like that. I suppose we'll go close to 60 just because of this moped. Let's go for that. 66, damn it. Well, we were close enough. So yeah, this bike was much more modern. Those cars were just old, threw me off a bit there. I suppose I should have looked right behind them. I didn't look at this thing. This is a Volkswagen bus, which is a typical 60s thing. I was an idiot. Two soldiers driving through streets of Saigon during the Vietnam War. So it was during wartime. And it was slightly further north. Final score, not my best there. 45,750. Yeah, I think I rushed that game a bit too much and missed a few key clues there. Let's have a look at the breakdown now. First round started well, perfect score. Second round, perfect year guess again in Hungary, but should have kept it central Budapest. I just moved it because I thought I saw some hills in the background. Next one, 1 year off in the Indian one. I should have thought that would be more likely to be India with the cow. I did think it, but I just didn't have the guts to change out on the border because it looked like a Nepalese place, but we're essentially similar areas. These look very similar over here. The next one, 3 years off in Norway. I should have remembered Bergen. I lost quite a few points there. And then 6 years off in Vietnam. Good location, but I didn't even see that VW bus until after I'd clicked the score. Should have gone for that and looked at that and gone 60s for sure. Okay, I doubt anyone will have played, but we'll have a quick check. No, no one yet. I'm playing too early. I'll be playing a bit later on, probably from the weekend. So hopefully we'll see you on the leaderboard then. I'll see you then. Bye.